Hello, hello. Hi. So tonight, hi Paul, hi Pete. So tonight we're doing a basic strength training workout to increase bone density. All week I've been doing talk on the menopause and increasing bone density, and I've done a lot of talks on different things, but bone density is important for everybody. So even if it's not a menopause thing, it's really important for you to know, and never too early to get started on that. So we know that bone density can be compromised by certain lifestyle factors, and that is through smoking, excessive alcohol, sedentary lifestyle, and poor diet. And especially have to point out to ladies who are crash dieters and don't eat good nutrition and have wanted in the past to lose weight quick and turn to programs that will do that and not give you the best nutrition. So people who suffer from fractures as they go through into menopause are those types of people, as I said, sedentary, people who have poor diet, low BMI, and then you've got alcohol, excessive alcohol, and smoking. You've also got people who have got a history of hip fractures within their family, and certain medications can also aggravate that as well. So what do we need to do to prevent all that? Well, we need to look at our diets, make sure that we're eating the right valuable nutrients that we need, and getting plenty of the protein in. We're not to miss out any food groups at all, but we need to make sure you're getting protein, vitamin D in there, and you can get plenty of your vitamins in food. But there may be points that some people need supplement, but you can get that test off the doctor. You can go to the doctor, get tested on vitamin D levels, and he can suss you out on that. Before you start any exercise plan or diet, you always talk to your doctor first anyway. If you have and you think you've got any issues, but always stop and make sure you've got clearance from the doctor before you start anyway. So we are going to talk further on bone density in the week because we've got Osteoporosis Day on Thursday, and it is a huge subject and very in depth really, and I'm just scratching the surface with that tonight. But we want to start off with a basic weight training, strength training, because we need to build that bone density. After menopause, the bone density reduces, the removal of old bone accelerates, and the renewal of new bone, bringing new bone, decreases. So as this is always happening as you're growing through life, that's why we sometimes have osteoblasts and fusion of the spine, because the bone is always changing and throughout your whole lifetime. So we're going to do a workout with the weights. If you've never done weight training before, okay, then, or if you're not an exerciser, then just check techniques out. Use some very light weights. If you haven't got a light weight, then, a water bottle will do as well. You just really want to know the exact movement and techniques. And I'm just going to target major compound muscle groups today. I might do a little bit of the other work as well. But we'll start off, and I'm thinking that you're already a little bit warm, but we're just going to do some short squats. So we'll do kind of a body pump workout to start off, not to music there. I'm not going to put music on because I want to really specify the technique to you tonight. So we would start off with, we go into small half squats to get going. We're just going to warm you up. So warm up, sit down a little bit on it, feet shoulder width apart, go all the way back, drawing it in. So you're sitting back on a chair. Imagine you're sitting back on that chair. Your weight is in your heels, and you should be able to wiggle your toes when you're sat down here. Can you lift your toes? Yeah, without falling over? Check that out. So you're going down, you sit on that chair. Now you can build that up to a greater depth. There's arguments there's arguments about different levels of squats, and you have to do different levels of squats in your lifetime. So all of them are fine, okay, as long as you are sat back in position. But what you don't want to do is always do the same range of movement. You want to vary it for different reasons. So it's good, but if you're finding you're just there all the time, you need to increase your range of movement and be able to do both over time. So that's the advice I'll give you on that one. So down and lift, getting deeper in those squats as you warmed up. Okay, and then on round 2, you can start to add a little bit of weight bearing. So when you're working with strength training, you would increase the weight and do less reps. So you're probably thinking, God, I haven't done any squats and I'm already tired on that. Well, what we do less reps then on the next round, and so less reps, more weight. And that's what strength training is. So when I give people a program for the first time, sometimes they'll say to me, well, you gave me three rounds of 8 to 10 reps, and instead of doing them one-on-one, I did the whole lot in one go. Well, don't, because I prefer you to stick to 8 to 12 reps or 8 reps with a heavier weight, increasing the weight. That is increasing your strength and increasing your bone density. Are you getting me? So yes, there's a position for you to do lots of reps. So if I say do 20 of these, that's endurance training. That's another day. That's not what we're talking about today. We're talking strength. So we'll do that. Now we're going to go into warm-up deadlift. So down, we'll go straight leg deadlift. Lean back, let your bum touch the wall behind, and you'll feel that lovely stretch down the back of the legs. Elongate your spine, eyes on the horizon. Let yourself tip back. Can you feel nice flat back as you go down? So down for 2, up for 2. Play with that tempo a little bit. We're warming up still. Lift and lower of those. Good. 2 more of those. 2 and 1. So now we've done a little bit of a warm-up one on that. We can then go into, we'll do one more warm-up exercise like that without any weights. So feet shoulder width apart, take back your left leg. If you're going to mirror me on this one, you're going down slowly into lunge and rise, lift and lower and lift. Okay. So lunges, if they are difficult, then there's other exercises we can do instead, like lying down, seated, kneeling exercises that can help you hit the same targets and build strength up so that you get into the lunges. Switch to the other side, go and change. We're going down, let's go for 10 reps on the other side. 2. And what I want is to get the full range of movement, so your knee is about a couple of inches off the floor, okay? So that's nice and deep. The other mistake that people make when they do a lunge is that they come down into a, what do you call it, escalator position, not elevator position. You see the way my knees tuck in underneath the hip and then squeeze through the glutes to push up. So we've done that warm-up round. Round 2, let's go for 8 reps. Choose your weight. I'm going to go with a bit of a bigger one. And then we do 8, nice, slow, same tempo of those weights. Feet shoulder width, a little bit wider than shoulder width. We'll go down 2, lift 2. Nice and deep again, full range of movement. Okay. If you're not getting full range of movement, then you need to go back to no weight until you've managed to achieve that flexibility in your body. And as I say, then we show you an alternative exercise to do so that you can still build bone density and use weights in a different way too. and 1. Good, okay, next exercise, back to your deadlift. So that one has worked the thighs, front, the quads, and the glutes. Here we're working through the spine, all the way down, nice, long, and driving the heels into the floor. So you're hinging forward from the hips, planting your feet deep into the floor, all the way up. Good, and you're working all the way through the back of the body. And how I like to explain this is sort of rotate your bum cheeks in towards each other as you pull back up. Rotate those bum cheeks. Have you got it? Let's go. 4. So you see, all I'm going to show you is about 8 exercises. You can play around with these exercises with the weight and keep it to 8 reps. That is your 3 exercises there. So we'll go back, we'll just do one more round again of, we've got, wait, lunge. Slide back and down, squeeze up through the glutes. Nice, slow, 2, 3. You can also do this. If you're struggling, let the wall assist you. 4, straight up, straight down. 5, so you choose. 6, 7, one more, and shift the weight. Any questions, just pop them in the chat and I can answer them. Down and lift. Down, lift. Good. 3, 4. Okay, if you want this video, we have a 3-day offer on the Workout Lounge. You can get the video for free for 3 days there. Okay, a full workout video of strength training, one, and lots of other stuff as well for the 3 days. So head to the workout lounge, gailabbey.com. So from there, we will just take a little breather, take your rest. So the rest in between, we try, when I'm working on strength training, I do what I call Superset, but if you're a complete beginner with it, take your rest time between. So between each exercise, you can take a minute rest, okay? Let your strength get back, and then you go again for the next exercise. Then have another minute before you start the whole lot again, okay? We also then change all the reps as we go on, different programs. But as this is beginner, we're doing one of each in kind of a circuit and then go back to the beginning. Cheers, let's do it. There's no vodka in that, I know it's Friday night, but there isn't. So let's do it again. Pick up your weights, squat down. Always when you're picking those weights up, be mindful of your back. So kind of pick them up knowing that you are in a squat position when you go down. Are you ready? Let's go. Down into squat, go for 8 reps. 8. So, see, it's not any rocket science. It just is repetitive to build bone density. We're going 4 more, 4. And very quickly, you'll find that these weights are too light for you, all right? So that's what you want to be focusing on for progression. Stay with the 8. If you're finding you can do 12 really easy, put the weight up. Onto little break, you've got your minute. If you're new to it all, take your minute. Go back into your deadlift, okay? Shake out. And then into your deadlift. So, roll shoulders back, we ready? We're just doing 8 again. Hinging forward, 8, nice and deep. 7. Okay, so for anyone who's just joining, this is just a basic strength training workshop for people who are in menopause, but if you're just new to strength training, it doesn't have to be just menopause. It's basic strength training. We're looking to build bone density. So there's your 8. Take your minute rest if you need it. Okay, between it. And then we'll go into the next one. Sliding back. Are we ready? Into your lunge. 8. Squeeze the glutes. 7. 6. 5. I'm always in my element when I'm strength training. Oh, I love it. 3. I love it because you have an EPOC effect, which is a post-exercise oxygen consumption, which means that you're still burning calories, you're still repairing muscles post-exercise, more so than you do on cardio. So change the other way again. Let's go. Lift and lower. 2, 3. We're going for 4 more. 4. Keep leaning back. Remember, you want to be nice and upright. 2 and 1. Good, good, good. Okay. From here, we're going to take it down to the floor. So you get on your mat. On this one, we're going to do 2 exercises for the chest. A fly and a press. All right, so again, you know if your upper body's a little bit weaker than your legs. I mean, mostly they are, all right, but you know, when people are starting exercise, it's quite surprising that that isn't always the case. And so you'll know if you're new to exercise where your strength lies. So choose wisely. If you've got 2 sets of weights, I would go light on your upper body. But as I'm still going light with this one. So before you lie back, you get your weights in the right position. Okay, either side of you. Then we're going to curl down through the spine. Knees can stay bent. Keep a nice neutral spine. I'll explain more about neutral spine in a minute. We're going to take the arms out to the side. You're engaging your stomach muscles, drawing them down into tummy to engage into the back. Nice and wide as if you're hugging the tree. Your elbows stay soft, so slightly bent. And you go really wide and you're in line with what we say nipple line. So you're bringing them over nipple line. 4. We go 4 more. Now, a lot of people say, gosh, we do such a lot of arm work, but we're not. This is pectoral, majorly pectoral muscles are working here. So, you know, you will feel it in the smaller muscle group to start, because obviously they need to be built up a little bit before you actually start to feel it in the big muscle groups. But your pecs, your pectoral are here and attached to the shoulder, and so you're working that area on these. So take a little breather on that, allow them, do your minute rest if you need it, and then we go into, so you stay lying down, the press. So again, be careful how you pick these weights up, and you're going to put the dumbbells small end to end facing each other, okay, from there, and you'll bring your elbows out to touch the floor and back up. Only a soft touch on the floor though, because you don't want to rest them. And then again, you bring in the weights over nipple line. So draw in the abdominals. We're going for 4 more there. 4. Breathing out on effort. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Put it down. Like I say, we're going for the strength training. We're going for 8 reps. Take a little stretch over. That's good. And breathe. And now I'm going to show you a little bit about Superset. So we've just worked the chest muscles. We'll go up onto our feet and work the back muscles now. So the muscles of the lats, the rear deltoid comes into play. So this one, you're going to go back again into that position, similar position to your deadlift, where your tailbone's up towards the ceiling. You're picking that up. Now step one in front of the other. There. Elongate the spine, hang the arm down. We're drawing in and out. You always rest on the muscle, not on the joint. So here, I'm resting on the thigh, not on the joint. You got that? Let's lift and go. Let's go for 4 more. 3, nice and slow, soaring, whatever, your trunk of your tree, whatever. 1 more, perfect. Come back up. We're switching to the other side. Let's go, other side. Elongate from the hips, hinge from the hips. You're down, resting on the muscle, not on the joint. And you slowly draw in full range of movement, all the way in and out. 4. Let's go for 4 more. 4, breathe it through. 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it in, up we go. Okay, so we've done that. Supersetting, we go back down onto the floor, repeat again. Let's do it. Curl back down, knees are bent. Bring that arm up. Start with the first one. And bring it again, not over your face here, it's over your chest. We go slowly out to the side. Squeeze the chest muscles, bring it back in. So like I say, it's the chest muscles. Elbows soft. You're spreading the wings wide. 5. Let's go. 6. 7. 1 more. 8. Bring it back up, bring it down. Now, let's just, while you're having that 1 minute rest between the sets there, talk about your neutral spine. So neutral spine is, if I said to you, everybody's got a different shaped spine, obviously. You know, some people got kyphosis, where they're slightly rounded at the upper back slightly, and then some people have got lordosis, where the bottom sticks out. Some have got flat backs, so there's all one sort of face. Some have got scoliosis, which is leaning over slightly. I'm exaggerating that. And, you know, different variations of that. And everybody, you know, I don't know whether, if there is perfect spines, so it's not anything, you know, to have any of those. You just have to know how to train your body to have a strong body when you've got those conditions going on. So we want, if you lie out flat, okay, you'll feel, and you'll place your hands under the middle of the back. I want you to bend your knees, all right? Bring your knees in a little bit low. And then you are going to exaggerate and tip your hips up towards your head, okay? And then you're going to change it to the other way, exaggerate the other way, and then you're going to come halfway between those, and you'll find your neutral spine position, and you'll engage your tummy muscles. So then you pull down and you're holding in 30%. Don't squeeze the life out of yourself by pulling in your tummy muscles. You just engage in 30%. Right, are we going on now? Let's bring it in again. Let's lift. We're going into the press, small end to end, yeah? And over your chest again, not your face. We'll go wide, take it slow, and control it. Okay, so down for 3, up for 2, 1, 2, down 1, 2, 3, squeeze pecs, up 2. And again, we're just showing you the basics. Remember, there's programs, but this is one that I would always give to beginners to start off with. We're going to go for 4 more. 4, 3. Now, I want you to think of something else. One more thing. When you're holding the dumbbell, you don't want to cock your wrist like that, okay? The knuckles here should not be facing the wall behind me. The knuckles here should be facing the ceiling, so the pad of my hand is just holding that dumbbell there securely without arching my wrist back. A lot of people, when they first start, say they can't do it because their wrist isn't right. And that's what one of the problems they're doing, is because they're cocking the wrists to start off with. And if you do find that you know, it is hurting your wrist. All that means is that you're going too heavy for you starting off that exercise. So just go lighter and build it up in your wrists to start, and do other wrist exercises in between. You can do wrist exercises when you're just watching the television. They're simple to do. So bring that down, reset. We're going onto our feet, into bent over row, up you get to work on the back, into that. Remember, you're in your deadlift position. Step one, forward, back, hands on your supporting leg, thigh, pull in, pull out, all the way in, elbow in and out. 3, good. 5. We're going 3 more, 3, 2, last one, 1. Up you come, change sides. Well done. Let's go hinge again. 8, 7, 6. So when osteoporosis is compromised and you are starting to lose bone density, common fractures are of the wrist, of the hips especially, and so it is important to be working on those areas and making sure that you're strong in those areas. And with the squats, they're going to improve that, and the lunges as well. I'm going to do another one now. We've done that whole round. I'm going to show you one more that I really like to do, and that's lying on the back. But you do need to make sure your back is strong for this, okay? So 2 exercises I'm going to show you. If your back isn't great on this, I'm going to show you another one. So here is the bridge. Test out your back first of all. In fact, you don't even need to use the weights for this. You can go single leg and you will be getting bone density built just by using the emphasis of the strength on the other leg. So we're going here, neutral spine, remember again to start. Now we're going to curl, peel the back up here into a hip thrust. Now just soften and lengthen the back of the neck so the chin tucks in nicely without you forcing it in into the chest. It just rolls into that chest, and then you're curling down. So you're squeezing through the glutes. 2. Let's just do 8 of those. 3, 4, squeeze. 5, you've got it. 6. We'll go 2 more, then I'll show you how, if you found that easy, to automatically, even without a weight, make it harder. But if you find that it's too hard, then, but this one's too easy, then we'll incorporate a weight so it's somewhere middle line. So we're going to take one leg out, point that foot. You're going to peel up. Now feel the difference. 1. We go 8, 2, 3. You've got it. 4, 5. Nice and slow. Again, people start to speed up when they find it tough and want to finish the exercise quickly. Don't do that. Hold back. Okay, other one out. We'll go for 8. 8. Lift and lower. 7. 6. Just check in that you're not using the strength of your arms to push down to do this, and you're not pushing your head into the floor to compromise the neck. Okay, 6. We got 2 more. 7. Last one. 8. Now we always want to release off the back a little bit when you've done an exercise like that. Just relax and rock side to side, releasing the spine. That's good. So did you find that easy, the first one, and hard the second one? If it was, but I don't want to go middle line, I'm just going to grab these 2 weights here and bring it in close. And we're going to go up, squeezing up. 1 and down. 2. Got it? 3, 4. We're going 4 more. 4, 3. So I'm on here every day doing something. At the moment, unfortunately, I can't put a timetable together to show what time I'm going to be on. So it has to be every day that at some point I'll put what I'm doing live, either a workshop, a talk, theming the weeks each week. So that's your 8. All right. The other one I said I was going to give you is on your all fours. Again, you can do it when you haven't ever done this exercise before. You can do it without weight. Now, this position is automatically strengthening your wrists. And you might feel, if you've not done that position with your wrists often, that you're struggling to get in that position. It will start to change into that position. But if it is a little bit tough for now, you can always hold the weight into here, okay? And hold that there. That's taking a little bit of the flexion off your wrist. So you're going to lift up and push that heel to the ceiling. 2. We're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Reset. So here we're building up the wrists that are prone to fractures. I'm also building the glutes, which are going to assist the training of your hips and help with any weak hip areas that you might have. So other side we want, say, do try to keep working on putting your hands flat. It will come back, but again, it's part of that. And that's, you know, if you are struggling like that and you do fall, obviously if you're not able to put your wrist fully down like that, as I am, it is going to be compromised when you reach out and fall, because it's not used to having that flexibility when it hits the floor. So again, with that, you can sit when you're watching TV or whatever. Don't realise I'm doing it half the time and just mess about with the wrists, pulling the hands back, going palms together, palms down, all those things you did when you were a kid. And here's the people and steeple, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so these, just while you're watching the telly, will help trying to get the heels and the hands together. And it is a common thing that I see, that people are like that. They can't put the heels and the hands together. So, you know, it's nothing to worry about. You just need to practice getting that back. Especially, I suppose, you know, or if you're kind of a typist, or you do that type of work a lot, you know, and you haven't got your hands flat, or if you're writing a lot. So yeah, let's go. So they're the 2. If you want to increase that and make it harder, you're placing a leg weight tucked into the centre of your leg behind the knee. You're squeezing that up, you're flexing, lift and lower. 2, 3, 4. Let's go for 4 more there. 4. Again, I love this exercise. 3. But another thing I'll see is that people start to lean away from the strength area into the other area, which then throws your spine out of alignment and isn't going to have the same benefit at all. So do keep pushing back into the side that is working. Stack shoulders and wrists in line, knees and hips in line. Squeeze and flex the foot. I'm going all the way up and down. You've got it. 3, 4. We'll go 5, 6, 7. 1 more. 8. And rest. Well done. Well done, well done. Okay. I'm going to leave you to stretch tonight, because that's another workshop we'll do together. So if you enjoyed that, leave me a comment in the bottom. If you'd like access to the 3-day freebie that I'll give away, then pop in the bottom. If you're enjoying the menopause stuff, I'm going a big deep dive, an 8-week plan, and I'll be putting more details out on that. A week on Sunday, I'm going to be starting that. I've got a lot of work to do for it between now and then. So bear with me, I will be putting it out there, and it is going to be really beneficial. It's going to be all the latest evidence and support on the menopause. So have a happy Friday night. Thanks for joining me.